Hi everyone, welcome back. Today's video is going to be everything that I am loving right now. I guess you could call this my October favorites, yeah, it's just everything that I'm loving. A lot of makeup and a few other things too. Some fragrance, some hair stuff, and just a little bit of everything. So we're going to go ahead and get started. If you're new here, my name is Blair. I do all kinds of makeup and beauty content here on YouTube every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I hope you'll subscribe, and let's go ahead and get started. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get started. I have a lot of things I want to talk about today, so I'm gonna try not to talk too much about every single thing, but we're gonna start with a few things that are not makeup, and then we'll move into the makeup things at the end. But the first thing I wanted to mention, I've mentioned it already here on my channel a few weeks ago, and it's Dossier fragrances. I have fallen in love with these perfumes. I have two of them here. These are the two that I'm wearing right now. I like to kind of switch up my fragrances when the weather changes. So right now, since finally the weather is starting to get a little bit cooler, I'm going for more woodsy, somewhat kind of masculine smelling scents. That's just what I like, especially in the fall. But the ones that I'm wearing every day are these. So this one is called Woody Sage. This one is inspired by Jo Malone's Wood Sage and Sea Salt, which is a cult favorite. So many people love that one. And this smells just like it, and I'm not kidding. I don't own Wood Sage and Sea Salt, but I have sprayed it on myself so many times in Nordstrom. I don't own it, but I love it, and this smells identical, and this is $29. If you're not familiar with Dossier, basically they have tons of fragrances to choose from on their website, and they're all inspired by expensive, luxury, high-end fragrances. Most of them would typically cost hundreds of dollars for a full-size bottle. These perfumes are inspired by those scents, and it sounds too good to be true, but it's not. They really do smell just like them. You're not paying for the branding, the brand tax, the packaging. That's a lot of times what you're paying for when you buy super high-end fragrances. It even gives you the notes up here, and it's still in a really nice bottle. The bottle is, or the cap is magnetic, and it's just a very clean, simple bottle, but I love it, and it smells just like Wood Sage and Sea Salt from Jo Malone. So the top notes of this one are fig tree and grapefruit. Middle notes are marine notes and ambrette, and base notes are sage and amberwood. I love to mix Woody Sage with this one. This is Floral Lavender, and this is inspired by YSL Libre. I have never owned that perfume, but I have smelled it a few times in Sephora and Nordstrom, and of what I remember, this does smell like it. This one's a very interesting smell. It's kind of, well, let me just read you the notes. It's mandarin, neroli, and black currant. I don't know how you say that. Middle notes are jasmine, lavender, and orange blossom, and then base notes are vanilla, amber, and musk. So I feel like you have a lot going on in this fragrance, but it smells very, I don't know, it kind of smells masculine to me, just a little bit, but not super masculine. I'm not very good at explaining fragrances, so I really appreciate that they have the notes on the bottle, because I'm not very good at describing how something smells. But I love to mix one spray of this with one spray of this, and that's kind of been my go-to fragrance combo right now. You can also, I love this about Dossier, you can try the fragrance first, and if you don't like it, you can send it back. So they send you a little trial size of the perfume like this with your order, so you can test it out and try it, make sure you like it, and then if you do, obviously you keep it. If you don't, you can send it back within 30 days and get a refund or exchange for something else, which I really love, because sometimes with fragrance, you can guess online, but unless you know exactly what something smells like, you kind of need to smell it on your skin and see if you actually like it. So I like that they give you that option as well. I will link Dossier down below, as well as a code that you guys can use if you're interested in shopping, but I definitely recommend trying their fragrances out. I've been so impressed, and I wanted to thank Dossier for collaborating with me on this portion of the video. Okay, we're gonna move on to a hair product now. I don't mention hair things on my channel that much. I like to try new hair things, but I also don't try them obviously as much as I try makeup. But I have found a product in the last few weeks that I really like. I've been using it consistently every time I wash my hair, and I wanted to share it with you. So it's by Biolage. Has a long name. All-in-one coconut infusion multi-benefit spray. So basically, when I get out of the shower, I spray this all over my hair immediately, and I brush it out. So I use it as a detangler. It's a heat protectant. It's a leave-in conditioner. It helps with frizz. And the reason I use this is usually I try to let my hair air dry for as long as possible before I blow it dry. I use one of the like brush blow dryers. Mine's by Amika, not the Revlon one that everyone talks about. Mine's the Amika one. But I use that, but I try not to use it until I've let my hair air dry like 85%. I try to let it dry as much as possible. And I've noticed that when I use this product alone and just let it air dry, my hair feels so much softer and it dries just less frizzy. I have very frizzy hair. It may not look like it on camera, maybe it does. You can kind of tell, like today my hair is dirty. So I have like all of these little kind of curly wispy pieces, but when my hair air dries, it's very frizzy and it's very wavy, and it smells incredible. It smells like coconut, obviously. It has coconut oil in it, but it's not coconutty to the point where it's like nauseating. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes coconut scented things can be a little overpowering. This is coconut mixed with a little bit of that clean hair smell, which I really like. I love this so much. I actually want to try the Biolage shampoo and conditioner. I think they make one for color treated hair that I really want to try. But if you need a good all-in-one product for your hair when you get out of the shower, I like this. It's very lightweight and it doesn't feel greasy or anything in my hair. So I wanted to mention this because I've been using it every time I wash my hair. I wanted to quickly mention a pair of earrings, and it's these gold hoops that I'm wearing. You've seen me wear these over and over and over and over and over in videos. I'm either wearing these or I'm wearing the bigger, thinner hoops that are also gold. They're just a lot bigger. Those are from Mejuri, but these are from Amazon, and I'm telling you, I have worn these so much since I got them. My mom actually got me these for my birthday, but they're just little chunky gold hoops, and I think they were like $12, $14. I'll have to check and I'll link them below for you. But I have worn these so much. I've worn these to the gym. I've worn them for filming. I mean, I've worn them everywhere and they still look so good. I typically try to invest in real gold pieces when I buy jewelry. I'm more of a have a few nice pieces of jewelry that are the real thing kind of person. So I don't typically buy a lot of less expensive jewelry, but these I absolutely love, and I love that they're so affordable. This hoop, if you bought it in 14 karat gold, would be a pretty penny, which I do not have. So I love that these are affordable and they look good with everything. They look good with a sweater like I have on today. They look good with a t-shirt. They can make the most basic outfit look really cute. That's what I love about jewelry. I feel like you can wear a t-shirt and jeans and put on some really cute necklaces and earrings and put your hair up in a bun, and it just can totally change the way your outfit looks. So I wanted to mention these because I wear them in every single video. And a lot of you ask about these other earrings that I wear. So these two little hoops right here never come out. I just keep them in all the time. I shower in them, I sleep in them, I never take them out. These are 14 karat gold. They're just tiny little hoops. One of them my mom gave me. Is that right? Yeah, one of them my mom gave me, and then one of them, mom will have to tell me. I feel like she found it somewhere. Like, I don't know if it was hers and she found it in a jewelry box or something. I don't know. But these two I never take out. I keep them in all the time. And then this is just a little gold ball right here that I keep in all the time. And then this is a tiny little diamond stud back here. That is real. That's a real diamond and real gold. I got it at Catbird in New York when we were there a few years ago with my mom, and I actually got this piercing there as well, but I got this earring for the piercing while we were there too. I typically wear the same jewelry all the time. You see me wear these two necklaces. So I have my Maya Brenner bee necklace here, and then I have, this is from Mejuri. It's a Virgo zodiac necklace. My mom got me this when I hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, so I wear that all the time. And then I have my wedding rings, obviously. I have these are two little gold bands, also from Catbird. I love Catbird and Mejuri for real gold pieces. And then this chain ring that I wear all the time is from Mejuri as well. So I figured I would go through my jewelry because I get a lot of questions about jewelry. But these little hoops from Amazon, love so much. I will link them down below. Okay, this next thing I'm going to mention real quickly because I mentioned it in every single video, and I'm not kidding, but I can't make a favorites video and not mention it. And it's this brush from Sigma. I'm sure you know what it is. It's the Sigma F03 brush. This is the best brush for concealer I have ever used in life. This is the best one, and this is actually a highlighter brush. This brush does it all. You guys have seen me use it over and over and over. This brush can do everything. It can spread concealer. It's fluffy, so it can kind of blend out the edges. It's soft, but it's movable, so you can really get up under your eye, but you can also kind of blend down with it if you want. It's a Sigma brush, so it's great quality, and this is now my second one of these. Where's my other one? Oh, here it is. So I now have two of them because I love it that much. And the next time Sigma does a sale, I'm probably going to buy a third one because I never use anything else for concealer. This is it. If you've been thinking about it, the next time Sigma does a sale or something, I'll try to post it on my community page or something. Order yourself one of these brushes. Also, when I was preparing for this video, I was online looking at this brush. It's $19, but did you guys know that Sigma brushes are now on Target? You can buy them on Target.com, including this brush. So the next time you're ordering some things from Target and you feel like buying a new makeup brush, you can buy it there as well. But I know Sigma does a lot of deals on their website as well, so you could probably get it for less than $19, but I love these. Can't say enough good things about them. Okay, let's talk about the eyeshadow palette that I have on today, and if you watch my videos, this will not be a surprise, but I am still loving the Sigma Cinderella eyeshadow palette. It's what I have on my eyes today, and this palette was love at first sight. Before I even saw it in person, when I saw it on Instagram on Trend Mood's page, I was like, okay, I'm getting that. When is it coming out? Because I'm buying it immediately. And I have not regretted it. In fact, it's even better in person. in my opinion, this is the most stunning palette to me. If you have ever had any interest in trying Sigma and you kind of want to start playing with a little bit of color, to me, this is color, but it's not so much that it's intimidating, if you know what I mean. They're not neon colors, but you just get such a good range of shimmers and mattes in here, and every single color is so beautiful. Today I have on the pumpkin shade, which is really the most obvious transition shade in this palette. And my favorite shade in the whole palette is this one. This is Courtyard. It's a matte forest green, and it is so beautiful. I mean, look at this color. It is so pretty. I have that in my outer corner today. And then I have, let's see, Dressmaker, which is kind of a rose gold shimmer, and Charming on my lid. And then I took a little bit of the black, which is called Mischievous, and I kind of smudged that on my lash line. And that's what I have on today. I did a video on this and did 3 different looks, and I loved all 3 of them. I have to say this is one of my favorite eyeshadow palettes that I own at this point. It is so beautiful, so good, so worth the money. The shadows blend so well, which is even more important with a palette like this. When you get into like a green, a navy, you get into these dark purples, the formula needs to be good with shades like that, because if it's not, blending is going to be a nightmare. And it's not with this palette. It's so good. I love it so much. And I love the brush that it comes with, which is a double-ended brush. So you get a really good fluffy kind of crease brush, and then you get more of a shader, lid shader brush on this end. And I mean, the detail you get, it says Cinderella on it. They have the little Cinderella head here. I don't know if you can even see it, but right there they have the little Cinderella kind of imprinted on the brush. It's just so good. I love this. All right, moving on to some complexion products. For foundation today, I have on the MAC Studio Radiance Face and Body foundation. Cannot believe, first of all, I can't believe that for a long time I thought I didn't like this, and I can't believe it's taken me this long to put this in a favorites video, but I have fallen in love with this. That's what I have on my face today, and I was not using it correctly. I used it years ago, and I want to say I used a brush. I either used a brush or a sponge, maybe both, I can't remember, but this foundation, 100%, you have to use your hands. And believe it or not, you can actually build this up. So like today, I went in all over my face, and then I went back in a second time on my cheek area, and it does build up coverage. I would say at the most, you're gonna get like a light medium coverage out of this, but this truly does not look like makeup. It looked just like your skin, just a more perfected version. You could look up close in a magnifying mirror and still this product looks like skin on your face. It's not like anything else. Everyone says that, but it really is true. And then on top of that, this is the combo I've been loving. I love to use the MAC Studio Fix Powder Plus Foundation. Now this is obviously not a new product. I am just way late on this. I know a lot of people love this. I got this and decided to try topping it with a little bit of this. I did it in a video, you may have seen it already, and that has been one of my favorite combos. I love to use this first, and then I take just a big kind of powder brush and go over anywhere where I want just a little more coverage and I want a little more of a matte finish, because the face and body is very dewy. So if you go over it with a little bit of this, you still get that skin-like luminous finish, but this adds some coverage and it takes down that shiny look just a little bit. these two together, I love. That's what I have on my face today, and I love them on their own individually, but together these have definitely been a favorite. Okay, let's move on to concealer. And one of them I've talked about before, so I won't spend a ton of time on it, but I am still loving the One Size Buttersilk concealer in the shade Light number 3. This has been my go-to concealer really since I got it. I reach for this constantly. I went to a wedding this past weekend, and the day of the wedding, I knew I wanted my makeup to last and I wanted a good bit of coverage under my eyes especially, so I went in with this concealer, and every time I use it, I like it more and more. It's just great coverage. It's not super drying. It does dry down to, I would say, like a soft matte finish, and I just love this. I consistently reach for it over the others in my collection when I want a pretty full coverage. So I wanted to mention that I'm still loving this, but I am also really liking the Pure 4-in-1 Sculpting Concealer. So this is pretty new to me, but I really like this as well. This does not give as much coverage as the One Size concealer, but it's really good just for every day. It's a pretty solid medium coverage. I love the packaging. You press the little button and that's how the applicator comes out. And I really like this. I mentioned in a few videos now that this reminds me of the Lancome concealer, the new one, the Tint Idol, that a lot of people are really loving. So this is the Pure concealer right here, and I wear the shade LN6 in this one, but to me, this one wears under my eyes just a little bit better than the Lancome concealer. I do like that one, but I honestly prefer this. The texture is very similar, the coverage is very similar, and I feel like if you have more mature skin and you're worried about concealer being too drying and looking a little bit cakey under your eyes, you might really like that one from Pure. While we're talking about concealer, I have to mention this, the Milani Supercharged Under Eye Brightening Tint. This is, I have used this so much since I got it. It is a phenomenal product from the drugstore. It's $9.99. I got mine at Ulta, and this is so good. This is like an eye cream and a corrector in one. It's very thin and liquidy. It's not heavy at all under your eyes, but it has that peachy tint to it. So this is it right here. But look how thin this formula is. I mean, you can barely even see it there. It's truly like an under eye cream or a gel with some color to it. Again, I think this would be really good for somebody with more mature skin. To me, this is like my go-to when I wear really light makeup or when I want that no makeup look, because this gives you hydration, but it also kind of corrects any darkness that you have under your eyes. It comes in 3 shades. This is peach, but it also comes in pink and deep peach as well. But I think this is so good. One of the best drugstore correcting type products I've ever tried. This next favorite is kind of a rediscovered favorite for me. I tried this, I would say about a year ago, and I liked it. I used it up, and I recently got another one, and it's a mascara. It's from Bobbi Brown, and it's the Smokey Eye Mascara. This is number 1, a great mascara that on me does not smudge. I am noticing more and more as I get older, and I already kind of have oilier eyelids, and I also have more of a hooded eye. So typically, if you have those issues, a lot of times mascaras will smudge on you, and I used to not notice that as much when I was younger, but I've noticed like in the last 6 months, a lot of my mascaras by the end of the day, I have this smudged black area, like right under my eyebrow. And this is one that I'm using currently that I have not noticed that with. I'm wearing it today. I've had this makeup on for like 7 hours at this point. I filmed another video earlier, and there is no smudging, none at all. This has a pretty standard brush. It's nothing like out of the ordinary. It's pretty basic, but this I find not only doesn't smudge, but a tube of this for some reason lasts me a really long time. My first tube, I want to say I used that mascara for at least 3 months, maybe 4 months. I mean, it went on for quite a while and it didn't get goopy or clumpy or anything like that. But this mascara is good for length and for volume. I really like this, and I'm not someone that says often a high-end mascara is worth the money, but honestly I think that this one is. And I did want to mention I saw this in a 2-pack recently at TJ Maxx, and I didn't buy it because I have so many mascaras open and so many mascaras that are still new and I have not opened, and so I'm trying not to buy a ton until I go through some. But I did see this in a 2-pack, and I want to say it was like $19.99 at TJ Maxx. If you find it and you need some mascara, pick this up because I bet you'll really like it. I feel like no one talks about this, but it's a really good one. Okay, I have 2 blushes I want to talk about. One of them is what I'm wearing today, and you've seen me use this a bunch already. It's the LA Girl Just Blushing Powder Blush in the shade Just Natural. I have it on today, and I bought this randomly at Ulta, or it wasn't random. I bought it because I saw Alexa Blake use it here on YouTube, and it looks so good on her. And I love this color and the formula. So this is it right here. It's very light, just a pretty neutral blush. It's matte, so there's no shimmer or anything in it, and it's just a really good product. It's $5.99, and usually it's on some kind of sale at Ulta. Usually I want to say they're around like $4 or $4.50 when they're on a sale, but these are awesome. I really want to get another color in this, but this honestly might be my new favorite drugstore blush that I have in my collection. I love this. The other one is very, very new. I can't believe I'm going to put this in a favorites video, but I already have fallen in love with this. And you have not seen me use this, but it's by Clinique, and it's one of their Cheek Pop blushes in the shade Nude Pop. I randomly bought this at the cosmetics company store about 2 weeks ago, and I swatched it in store, and I just instantly loved the color. But as soon as I brought it home and I used it, I loved it even more. And honestly, the swatch doesn't even really do it justice. It's very light. So that's it right there. It kind of reminds me of the Buxom primer infused blushes. It has a little bit of luminosity to it, but it's not glittery. It just has a luminous quality to it, but it is so pretty. And I feel like these cheek pops, these pop products from Clinique were really popular at one point. I hope this color is not being discontinued, and that's why it was at the cosmetics company store. But I did find it before I filmed this video. I went online looking for it, and they do have this color in stock at Macy's right now, and it's on some kind of 15% off sale. There's a code you can use and get it 15% off if you're interested. I'll link it for you below, but this is such a pretty product. I don't really need any more blush, but I'll do it just so you can see. And it's very light and subtle, but it is so pretty. I love blushes that have luminosity to it sometimes, because then I don't really feel like I need to add like highlighter or anything else glowy, although sometimes I do. But this blush is so pretty. So I wanted to mention this, and you can get it at Macy's. I will link it below for you. Next, I have a lip combo that I've been loving. It's what's on my lips right now, and I have a lip liner by Sephora Collection, and it's one of their mini to-go lip liners. So they make these little baby lip liners. They're usually up at the register where all the minis are. And this, I had never tried these. I saw someone using it and they were suggesting this color, and it's light brown. This is such a pretty, kind of a warm, peachy brown, and it's very creamy. It's easy to apply, but it's very tiny. They're only like $5 or $6, I think, but I mainly like this for the color. I have kind of been getting into more brown toned lip liners, but I don't like to go too brown. I like brown, but not super brown, if you know what I mean. And this is kind of a perfect in between. I've really been liking this. I wore this past weekend for the wedding as well, and I've been loving it with this from Armani. So this is called, let me look at my note, the Lip Power Long Lasting Satin Lipstick, which first of all, I love this packaging, but this is the shade 102 Romanza, and it's a very sheer, shiny lipstick. It almost looks like a balm, but it has some color to it, but it's kind of a beigey nude. I wanted to mention it because I love products like this. I love a good moisturizing lipstick with almost less pigment and more moisture with lip liner. That's like my go-to thing. If I could choose a lip combo, I like a liner and a balmy kind of lipstick with a little bit of color. That way I don't feel like I have to put a gloss on top, but I can if I want to. And I've been wearing this combo a lot, so I wanted to share it with you. And then last but not least is the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray. This has basically been used every day since I got it. I really like this, and I'm not usually super impressed by setting sprays. It's just not really something that I ever use and I'm like, oh my gosh, I love this. This one I love. I love that it's the continuous mist, so when you press it down, the mist just continuously comes out until you stop pressing it. I love that. I love that you don't have to keep like pressing over and over and over. It's a very fine mister, and it does have a smell, but something about this smell I really like. I don't even know what it smells like, but every time I spray it, I'm like, I kind of want this in a perfume because it smells so good. But I've been using this every day. I've been using it as my everyday setting spray, and I really like it. And that is going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed hearing about all the things I've been loving recently. I like to do these every now and then when I feel like I've accumulated quite a few favorite things. I don't do a favorites video every single month, but I like to throw them in every now and then. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to give it a thumbs up if you liked it. I hope you'll subscribe if you haven't already. I post every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday here on YouTube, and I hope you'll follow me on Instagram at simply.blair. Also, I am trying to reach 5,000 subscribers on YouTube by the end of 2021, so if you like my videos, please share them with anyone you think might like them, your friends, your family, co-workers, anyone and everyone. I really appreciate it, and thank you so much for supporting my channel. I will see you guys in my next video. Remember, simply be you. Bye.